Hello everyone, my name is Kenneth and today we are continuing our journey through the Casual Took SB19 story. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that the links to the original videos will be in the description below. These videos are very well made, very well edited, and so I really hope you go and support, if you haven't already, the original series. In the last episodes, we saw how SB19 began. Some of the difficulties, I may have gotten a little bit angry. And I might have cried. I said, we're not doing crying. Episode 3 is titled The Wave, and in brackets, it is, in brackets, it is parentheses, very inspiring. So I'm hoping that this video will be a lot less teary than the previous ones. I said we're not doing crying, but without any further ado, let's get into it.
Would you believe me if I said that SB19 would be successful if I met them 3 years ago? You'd probably think I'm cheating because I'm talking from the present, and your past self would never believe me because I might have only seen them as a trying hard boy group who had to wear the same clothes over and over and over and over again because they couldn't afford a nice variety.
I'm not gonna lie, I get the criticism that's being made here, but as someone who likes to wear the same things over and over again,
but what if despite all this, they already knew what's gonna happen?
Itong mga to, sigurado ako in the future, magiging successful kami.
They knew their destiny. Pablo's username reads, I'm Seismite. A random fan asked, why? He answered,
oh,
it
seismic.
also means seismic.
Yeah.
Like Earth's vibrations. It's something big and important, so when I seize the mic, I create this impact, like an earthquake. And when an earthquake happens, you know what's next after that? Are you sure you don't know? Do you actually want me to spell it out to you? Okay, let me show you.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there. This is full triple.
I'm sorry, that was just the perfect intro. I love the Barbara O'Reilly in the background too.
Get in the zone!
Finally, they were starting to go up. They were very young. This was the time when they were still trying to figure out their musical identity. Enter the Get in the Zone album. Just check out the level of variety.
Spoilers!
Yeah, we gonna go up. Ibibigay ko ang aking puso. At kahit pa ang mundo ay mag-iba. Huwag mong ikunot ang iyong noo. Nariyan ang kay...
Yeah, you can definitely tell that they weren't sure about their musical identity and like and where they wanted to fit musically at this point, just because of the constant like gear shifts.
It was definitely a mix of everything. The bashers immediately saw this as a weakness. They were seen as a group who didn't know what they were doing. Despite all the hate, 18 didn't get affected as they started to get to know the boys on a deeper level. We got to know their fun side.
Si Ken naman po, nung na-meet ko to dati sa cover group, parang sabi ko, feeling ko mayabang to, parang gano'n po. tumbling ka pa dyan, gano'n. Tumbling pa to.
Mental state.
Parang lagi siyang may sariling mundo, hindi po siya belong sa amin.
Tinanong siya ng teacher namin, sa tingin mo sino pinakamagaling sumayaw? Ako! Sabi niya po.
Ikaw, me, ako po, sinabi ko po talaga.
Ay, kung confident ka naman, bakit
Yes
hindi,
po,
di ba?
ang galing ko po talaga.
Exactly.
Si Justin po, una ko nakita to. Oh, pogi. Siguro mayabang to.
Si Justin naman po, nung una ko po siyang nakita, sabi ko, typical guy. Parang gano'n.
Si Justin po, parang pure, sente. Pero nung nalaman ko, hindi po pala.
Oh my gosh.
Si Stel, sobrang friendly po. Siya po yung happy pill namin.
Di ko
Aww.
siya pala yung main vocal po kasi akala ko magaling na talaga siya sumayaw. First impression ko po kay Josh, mabait po siya na mayabang po nandun eh.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Maging maangas pero deep inside hindi talaga.
Softy pala, softy.
Kasi si Jun, akala ko po hindi siya yung leader.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa. Bigla na lang siya nagagano. Sa isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gagano. Tapos biglang gagano. Gagano po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual pa.
We also got to know their internal battles.
To all of our families, especially to our parents, and sa mama ko at sa kapatid ko.
Oh, I want to give him a hug.
Thank you, as lagi niyo po sinusuporta. Right?
Oh, no, we're not doing crying. We're not doing crying. Oh. I said we're not doing crying. Oh. And that's the important thing. Nope. Oh, nope, I did it.
Gusto ko mag-thank you sa bawat member kasi sila yung pinaka-unang hindi. Sila yung dahil naniniwala sa akin pag hindi ko na kaya, sila yung nagtulong sa akin na ako kasi suko. Yan, si Edu, si Justin, si Ken, si Josh, lahat ng showbiz dito. I love you so much.
Oh.
Since na napasalamatan na po nila lahat, so wala po pasalamat si Sir Robin for building this. Kung wala si Sir Robin, hindi kami mag-build. Walang show PT, walang show na to, wala kayo dito. It's because of Sir Robin.
And just like that, SB19 got us into their zone. So back to the album. As unique as each of the songs was, all 7 of them managed to reach the #1 spot of Billboard's Lyric Fine Global chart.
Wow.
It's still insane thinking about it today. And
Yeah.
they weren't done. They also appeared in Billboard's top Social 50, peaking at #3. Or so they thought.
And aside from that, eto nagbabasa rin ako ng mga comments naman sa ating comment section. Kasi di ba yung last na pinost niyo is #3 kayo sa Billboard Social 50. Pero ngayon, #2 na kayo, guys!
Oh. Oh, wow.
At Billboard Social
I was really expecting the way that that was presented there. I really thought that they were gonna be like they were #2, but they fell off or something. You know, because this series has already just tugged on my heartstrings, and I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. So I'm glad that they went up, not emotional roller coaster this is.
50, may mga nagko-comment dito. And #6 na kayo. #7, di ba, nung last niyong pinost? #6 na. Reaching our
Oh, wow.
Congratulations! Oh, di ba?
They couldn't believe it. Stel ended up forgetting that he was in a live interview because he had to check it himself.
That would be me.
It's real.
That would be me.
September 1st, 2020, a well-known artist canceled an Instagram live interview with MTV scheduled for the next day. So MTV host KennethIain invited SB19 on a short notice to fill in. An opportunity knocked, they answered.
Oh my god.
Who wants to go first?
For me, I like to collaborate with Mr. Bruno Mars.
2 weeks
Oh, that would work well. That would work well.
prediction.
We ask a lot of people for interviews. A lot of people that you want us to interview, we take it very seriously and we reach out. Some people, you'd be amazed, don't have the time of day, can't find the time, can't do it. Oh, you know, that's tough. Okay, no harm, no foul. Then there's the people that are like, name the time, name the place with it. SB19 did that at 9 p.m. They'd never done an Instagram Live before.
Oh.
They didn't know if they could be together. They made it a point to not only be together, but be together at 9 p.m. because they knew that was the only time that it worked for this US-based host. That type of work ethic.
That's amazing dedication and respect.
I'm also very good at predicting music, okay? Right? I'm like the MTV push of hosts. The same way that MTV knows how to pick winners, I know how to pick winners. I said on this very after show, SB19 are going to be big stars. I said it on my IG Live. I've said it to you in private, Caitlin. I've said it to Banjo. You know, he didn't say anything back. SB19 are going to be big stars. They have it. Charismatic. They're hardworking. Today's date is September 18th, 2020, when I'm saying this, okay? I want somebody to post this on September 18th, 2021, and you can see how right I am. Because
This would have been really fitting if I'd have recorded this on the 21st.
more well known, SB19 will be a year from this date right here.
And when 2021 started, he reminded people about what's to come.
4 years into my career, I've seen some people come and go, and I've seen some journeys, and you can spot things, right? You can notice trends, you can notice similarities. SB19 right now, and the lock that 18 has on the voting, week in and week out, and seeing them rise up the social 50 chart over at Billboard, it's very akin, it's very similar to what was going on with BTS 2017, 2018. Now, I hope SB19 can reach those heights. I'm rooting for them. Those guys are awesome guys and hard-working guys. I've interviewed them after like incredibly 10-hour plus work days of rehearsal and choreography practice, and they still put a smile on their face, and they're incredibly hardworking. I think that's really the...
I think that's really important to think about as well. Like, when you have such like long days performing, practicing, performing, it's easy. Like, for instance, it being 9 p.m. when they did that Instagram Live the first time, it would be easy for them and for anyone to kind of just be like, you know, and just slump and slog through it. But it takes a special kind of dedication and awareness of the opportunities that are presented to them, to take those opportunities and even after those long days still be able to seize them fully. Again, it'd be so easy for you know, one member, even just one member of the group, to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it, I'm tired, it's been a long day, you know. And I am constantly inspired by the fact that all of the members have this amazing work ethic and dedication. And I'm just always inspired.
And aside from the music being good, it's the work ethic that's going to take them to the top. So my prediction is they're going to break out in a huge way this year. So take that for what it's worth, 18.
Then what happened? Kevin's prediction came true.
18 SB19. Congratulations.
This song was on the next level. It showcased Pablo's songwriting skills, Ken's dance moves and unique sound, Stel's heavenly voice and choreography,
I'm fine.
the most iconic rap verse in all of P-pop by Josh,
I thought he was going to mention the outfit.
and Justin's brilliant mind, which created a spectacle no one has ever seen in the country. It became the fastest P-pop music video to reach 1 million views in just 16 hours.
Wow.
SB19 sent shockwaves that reminded people of what they are capable of.
Meron na akong natanaw na ko ang ilang music video nga what na-encourage ko.
The world got inspired, so it responded with a giant wave of appreciation.
Gusto ko rin ipagmalaki yung SB19 talaga.
SB19.
Yung last video nila, yung what?
Uy, maganda yun.
Ang ganda ng video, di ba?
Ang gagaling, grabe. Grabe. I think doon mo rin naman makikita na hindi mo pwedeng pulaan ng isang tao na nag-prepare hanggang sa makakita siya ng opportunity para gamitin yung preparation na yun. Walang pinagkaiba yan kay Manny Pacquiao na nag-train sobrang galing, pagpasok niya ng ring, knockout yung kalaban. Walang difference. Lalo ko na-appreciate ang isang artist.
I'm assuming wrestler.
Kung pwedeng magyabang pero hindi nagyayabang.
This was also the time when I found them. Their music made a difference in my life.
Aww.
It gave people happiness. Their music inspired us to become a better version of ourselves despite our imperfections. SB19 taught us not to only raise our own flag, but to wave it proudly. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Pinuno, but you gotta hang in there till the next episode, okay?
Bullshit.
Before we get into the next video, I just want to say for a start, that felt like that was no time at all. I don't know if it was just because it was so much happier in terms of the things that were going on in the video. I guess because of the first two episodes, I was like, where's the drama? I'm so glad there's no drama, but you know what I mean? It was kind of like, it was nice to see them go up. Yes, I said that. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. But no, the more that I see of these guys, the more I relate to what Casual Chuck was saying at the end there about raising your own flag and, you know, raising it proudly, because they're very inspirational. They really are. They have a dedication to their craft and to their art that it feels very refreshing. I feel like it's easy as someone who's very new to them to have come to this part of their career when they're kind of, you know, riding this high, riding this success, you know, and that success only increasing. And I think it would be very easy for me to just hop on and just be here for now. And there's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But it's nice to go back and not just see the really early beginnings and the really early difficulties, but it's nice to see that moment where things changed. I think the use of the title for this episode is very, very fitting, because when you're on a beach there, and you know, you're watching the waves come in, there's always that kind of unknown where you don't know how high the wave is going to go. You know, it could look, you know, from out to sea, it could look like a massive wave, and then it gets to you and it's lost all its momentum. And with SB19, you know, it kind of looks, if you look at that kind of like their beginnings, it to a lot of people it didn't resonate, so that wave didn't look very big, and then now it's coming into shore. It's kind of like it's this massive wave, it's this massive thing, and everyone's kind of like, oh, we didn't prepare for this, and it's really nice to see that. Again, these are very well edited, very well narrated. And I actually do feel very warm in my tummy right now. So the next episode is called Monsters Haters Will Enjoy. And I'm scared by this title. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of a little bit scared by this title. I guess we're just gonna get into it. We're just gonna rip the band-aid off.
Previously on SB19 story.
SB19 are gonna be big stars.
Yep.
They have it. They're charismatic, they're hardworking. So my prediction is they are going to break out in a huge way this year. So take that for what it's worth, 18.
The guy who predicted their success was the same guy who indirectly called them cheaters. This tweet didn't have any names, but this was posted around the time when SB19 got the #1 spot on MTV's Most Requested Artists for 21 weeks in a row, and this was against much bigger artists. So it was clear which fandom he was talking about. This was only one of the many obstacles they had to overcome, because after all these years, they turned out to be monsters. It might not look like it, but SB19 are people too. They have social media and they see everything. So it only makes sense that some of these hate has gotten into them.
Oh no.
Never enough. Kumbaga, parang feeling ko I'm fake.
Dumating na ako doon kasi minsan hindi lang naman yung mga tao sa paligid ko yung kalaban ko. Sarili ko pa din.
Oh no.
Siguro masabi ko.
No. Can I go back to the happiness? The happy, fluffy bit, please? That is such... Oh, I can't. That is... I was gonna make a comment before this part of the video, but I didn't feel comfortable pausing it. Before I make a comment on this, I want to make a comment on that. If you have a favorite artist and you support them with voting, that is great. If you're one of those people that make those fake accounts, those fake bots and stuff, you're not helping them. It might seem great for that moment of, they're winning the vote, but then when you're having to, or rather the artist is having to explain their fan base, in good intentions, I will admit, have kind of rigged the vote or whatever. No one wants to win if they haven't earned it. And I'm sure I don't know if we're gonna go back to that later on in this video, but I just want to say, if if you're someone that votes, vote for your favorite artist, but don't do that because it undermines the artist. Even though, the artist doesn't go out and say, get bots, do this, do that, it still undermines their credibility. And with a group like SB19, where they've already worked so hard to get to the position and place they're at, to have that undermined, it's I want to say it's close. It's as close as you can get to disrespecting someone that you're supposed to respect. That's my opinion. Obviously, I know that the idea and the intent is good, behind it. You want the boys to have success. But yeah, I know that SB19 and other groups, where there's been those accusations, and artists where there's been those accusations, I know those same, those kind of situations, those people and those artists don't want that attention. If they get third place rather than second place based on organic votes, that would probably make them as happy as winning first. And now that I've distracted myself from crying, let's talk about the sad part of this video. To see the level of talent that these boys have, and then to see and relate to the self-doubt that these boys have, is heartbreaking. Because even just the comment before we got to these interview style sections, where the tweet was like, they look like dads, they're so ugly. What is the reason? It costs nothing to be kind, and if you can't be kind, why put that out? You can say, for instance, you don't like someone's shirt. You have every right to be like, I don't like your shirt. But it's so much nicer and so much more respectful to just shut up. And so I don't understand the mind of these people that tweet things like that. Because those people, they see artists, not just like SB19, but like other artists, Western artists, Eastern artists, Asian artists, they see these artists and they're like, they get their keyboards out and they're and they forget that these people are people too. They forget that behind the glitz and the glam and the final polished product, that there are hours of dance practices, there are hours of learning the craft, there are hours of polishing, a song to get it to that polished position that you see when it's released. And it just really frustrates me when people forget that. And then, in situations like this where, like, for instance, Stella just said about, the enemies are not just the people that are outside and around you. It's the self-doubt that you have within. It doesn't take much to be kind. And I feel like that's something that we still need to remember as like a group of people in just the world in general. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Feel like I'm never enough. Parang feeling ko I'm fake.
And that's the thing as well. Pablo thinks, you know, at times he feels fake, that imposter syndrome is a very real thing. And, you know, it's easy. Again, it's so easy to look at someone on a stage and be like, I'm not going to say SB19, but like, say your favorite artist messes up a lyric or messes up something. It's so easy for someone else to be like, they were out of key. They missed that dance step. You know. And again, I think I said this in the last video. Every person has a different tolerance for criticism. There are some people that will, you know, you can say one thing and that will be enough to crush their spirits. And then there are other people that, because they're so thick-skinned, you think they're indestructible. And then you find out, you know, 2, 3, 5 years later, actually no, they're not as strong as they were, as they were perceived to be. And you know, when I think of Pablo, I don't think of someone who's fake. You know, when I see like him smile or laugh or anything like that, you can see the genuine, you know, the genuine happiness, the genuine feeling, the genuine emotion. And you know, I haven't listened to a lot of SB19 songs yet. You know, I wanted to do this first, so I could have kind of like a contextual background, and more a closer feeling for when I do. But the songs I've listened to, the man is a genius, and to hear him say that he feels fake, you know, and that kind of imposter syndrome, that really upsets me.
Dumating na ako doon kasi minsan hindi lang naman yung mga tao sa paligid ko yung kalaban ko. Sarili ko pa din. Siguro masabi ko hanggang ngayon, nandun pa din siya. Tapos hindi ko pa rin siya natatalo.
Ano, I wasn't good enough. Parang sinasabi lagi na, hindi ka pa enough. Hindi mo pa kaya. Ibigay ko na lang sa'yo. The best nangyari sa akin. Parang, bakit sila kaya din dapat ako hindi ko na kaya?
And that's the important thing. If they can't do it, why can't I? That's such a beautiful thing to say in response. Because, like I said, you know, people have different tolerances for how they react to things. And I like that Josh still has that resolve in him. You know, he's taken a lot in his life. And it's nice that he has that grit and determination still. Because again, it's so easy. You know, you listened to Stel and Pablo before. It's so easy for you to just get swept up in that. It's so easy to say, they're right. You know, they're comparing me to so-and-so. They're, you know, contrasting me to what's their face. It would be so easy for you for me to just give up, you know. And it's nice that even in this sad, you know, time and this expression of upset, that Josh still has that determination.
I mean, why can't people just embody this mantra?
Yep.
And
Yep.
that brings us back.
That's one of the... So I just a little segue. I'm a massive fan of Doctor Who. And one of my favorite speeches is the 12th Doctor Peter Capaldi in his regeneration speech, because there's a line of that same kind of mantra of being kind. And it costs nothing. It costs nothing.
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there.
I was really hoping that was. I was really hoping that was just like a fun edit, because the sound effect sounded louder. Oh no, poor Pablo. Oh. Aw.
Just kidding. I will tell the next chapter this time, okay? This was the time when Pablo decided not to be silent anymore. SB19 dropped the Pagsibol EP, and one of the songs takes a shot against those haters.
Ooh.
The lyric video itself screams a lot of shutting them down. The conceptualization is on a different level. Just take a look at this guy. This character literally resembled all 5 members, and the person behind it and all other mind-blowing concepts is Justin. He didn't just come up with these creative concepts, he built them from scratch and oftentimes even used frame-by-frame animation. He's a guy who knew
Justin, if Pablo is the songwriting genius, Justin is the video genius. I said it before in my I Want You music video reaction, but that was, again, song aside, that was breathtaking. I'm assuming he, if I remember rightly, he was part of that creative team for that. But even just seeing, like, in this particular context, the way that he went down to frame by frame animation for the concept, I'm amazed.
knew what he wants, like a monster hiding behind a beautiful face. And we all knew about the song that produced the most iconic rap line in P-pop. Josh gave it so much justice that it made us forget about his other talents in handling interviews.
What do you think is the difference between Filipino boy groups and you guys?
But we couldn't say that we are really better than them because we respect them.
Finance, music, gaming, and the world of dance. The dude is a legend in the K-pop dance cover industry along with Stel in Sayon. Even before SB19, Josh was already a monster. This brings us to another song from the EP. My favorite part was the imitation.
I love those looks.
This was done by none other than a monster vocalist himself, Stel. He's just one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life because of his versatility. I mean, only a monster gets called up by a friend to do a freestyle vocal run and ends up making an epic song intro.
You won't believe it.
The way he turns around afterwards, like, so calmly. Like, he just goes out like, I did that. And what? Oh, wow.
People also tend to forget his ability.
I'm looking forward to that.
Notes. And speaking of forgotten talents, who would dare forget his ability to dance and teach it at the same time? The man single-handedly choreographed almost all of SB19's amazing dance routines. If that isn't a monster to you, then I don't know what is. Enter the oldest song on the list. This is the song that saved us from virtually everything in the midst of the pandemic.
Aw.
It saved us from boredom, sorrow, anxiety, burnout, homesickness, depression, you name it. My favorite part of the song is the first verse done by Ken.
Pagising sa umaga'y tinig mo ang paboritong inig.
It makes you feel like you want to cry, but you're happy. You know what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
effortless in setting up the mood. But when it comes to his talents, he's in no mood to be joking. This guy has a voice that sounds like he came straight from the underworld. The dude can literally do everything from singing, rapping, dancing, writing, producing, entrepreneurship, drawing, shooting balls, playing, to flying? Sheesh, that's a monster right there.
I love that. What I wouldn't give for like 1%. 1% of that talent.
Now let's move on to the song that was written out of a laundry routine.
Remember yung time na when we are doing our laundry? Nagluluto tayo, tas sabi ni Pablo, anong gusto niya sabihin sa parents niyo? Tas ayun, doon nagsimula tayo.
You heard it right, it's Mapa.
They made this while doing laundry. Oh, I'm so glad I exist in this timeline.
This song broke the hearts of many people all over the world,
Aww.
including mine. This easily became their best song ever because it's very relatable. It pays tribute to our loving parents and gives thanks to them for all the sacrifices they've made for us. The impact was so immense that it was sung in many different languages.
Mama, it's been a while, I miss you. What you've been doing, can I call you? I hope you miss me too.
हमेशा हमें ही आगे लगाते हैं इस बार पहले जा सकते हैं ना因为你是我的眼睛每次世界都在变化无呼吸的原野だから楽にしても泣かないでね安心して任せてよ No te apures más, es hora de descansar, mamá. Mucho has hecho ya, confía. La tara tara, la tara tara, la tara tara tara, la tara.
The melody takes me.
I think that's one thing that I love about music, and I've said this multiple times. I don't care if you don't speak the language of a song you're listening to. If the song and the mood of the song is captured amazingly well and delivered really, really well as well, it doesn't matter if you speak one language or 10. Music has the power to move and bring people together in ways that no other medium can bring. You know, I don't know anything that brings people together like music. Like, I remember when I was younger, and I remember seeing this clip, and I can't remember what it was from, but it was a clip. And it was someone in another country. Forgive me for not remembering all the details, but it was from another country. And it was a group of people, and they were all singing the Beatles. And, you know, you can be like, oh, the Beatles are big, you know, of course. But it's not the size of the Beatles that I'm referring to here. It's the fact that a piece of music composed in one country, in one language, made it all the way across the world and brought millions of people together. And I don't know of anything that has nearly the same impact. Nearly the same impact.
Me back to this unforgettable moment. Everyone's family showed up except for Ken.
Oh.
Then this happened. This moment was so precious because Ken never expected his family to show up. This made Mapa even more special because it was performed by SB19 together with their families.
I can't wait to hear that full song.
And behind this universal anthem is the mind of a genius himself, the monster in the center of it all, Pablo. If you have noticed, his name is all over every SB19 song we know. Some people say he's got the Midas touch because every song he made was an instant hit. I mean, just listen to how clever the lyrics are in SLMT. He managed to thank us by using our fandom's language without making it sound cringe. And he's not even done. He has so many unreleased bangers that are just waiting to be unleashed. As a group, SB19 earned the infamous nickname Live Monsters. It's because they move and sound even better when live. This is one of the
Don't fade out when I was listening to Pablo there.
And dedicated fan base. They garnered a lot of support that they managed to reach the global music scene.
This category is fan voted because music is all about the fans. Now let's get into it. This year's 2021 finalists are the girls from Blackpink, the boys from BTS,
Blackpink, of course.
We have Queen Ariana Grande. Yeah. We have the Filipino boys, just like me, representing SB19. Let's do this. And the ever so incomparable 17. Congrats to all of the amazing finalists. You can vote for your favorite beginning May 10th. Now, let's go back to the studio. Yeah.
Josh couldn't believe it. He couldn't hold his tears because finally, he took a step on their quest for world domination.
I want to dedicate this stream to our friends SB19. So again, congratulations to them for being a finalist in the Billboard Music Awards Top Social Artist. Sobrang nakaka-proud.
But despite all the accolades, we can't deny that some people, even P-pop fans, still doubt them. So let me show you something to shut them up. This is the chart of the most viewed P-pop boy group MVs in the first 24 hours. I intentionally didn't put SB19 there because if I did, this happens. Easily occupy the upper half percentile by This begs the question, are they just too far ahead of the game? Or are they just...
Ano bang ibig sabihin ng SB? Kala ko sama ng mga bakla eh.
So lahat kayo straight. Like a cake. Cake pa pagdating eh.
Cake pa pangit.
Palagay ka ng tattoo sa mukha. Yung kahit henna lang, tapos nakabahag ka.
Ginabok nyo rin yung launching ng SB19. Sana lang sa dulo.
Maganda kasi yung revenge kasi talaga yung success na ipapakita mo.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Once again, I just want to say, make sure to do go and support the original videos, because again, they take a lot of work, and like Casual Chuck said in the end of the video there, he doesn't earn anything from them because of copyright. Please do just go and support, because he really deserves it. I was only intending to watch these two videos today. That the end of that really annoyed me in terms of just how some of those comments were made. Oh, they look like K-pop. They look like K-pop ugly. They look like this. They don't wear this. They should wear this. They should wear that. Da 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 da. I said this in the last video. I said this in the last video. There's no bearing on a person's talent based on their sexuality. Even if they were ugly, and I'm stressing if they were ugly, their looks have nothing against their talent. Is it nice to look at them? Yes, it is, because they're very handsome. But their music and talent, whether it's just in cinematography, whether it's the rapping, whether it's the singing, whether it's the dancing, whether it's the production, they are so good at it all. And I don't understand why it garners that reaction, why people can't just go, I like it, or I don't like it. And if the person doesn't like it, I don't, why they can't do it respectfully. You know, you're not gonna like every song that any artist puts out. You know, you might like every song right now from your favorite artist, whether that's whether that's SB19, whether that's a solo artist, you know, whoever it is. Right now you might like every song they put out, but there might come a year or an era in the future where, you know, they choose a genre you're not particularly fond of, or they tackle a concept that you for whatever reason you don't enjoy, and you're you know, you're allowed and you're valid in having the opinion of like, oh, this isn't for me. But there's a difference between saying this isn't for me and just shitting on someone just because you can. There's you know, there's just no reason. Just because I feel quite right now, I feel like I will leave the last episode for a separate video. But yeah. this was this was an experience. I'm really glad that I'm doing it this way, because while I could have started off by, you know, going off you guys' music recommendations and stuff like that, I could have easily, you know, gone, here's this, here's that, you know, here's this song, here's that song. But like, for instance, Mapa, I wouldn't have had a clue about the context around the song. I would have listened to it, and let's be real, I'm probably going to really enjoy it. But I could listen to it and really, really enjoy it. I'd have no idea about the context, have no idea about anything. Whereas now I can go in, having seen these clips, having seen these moments, and I really did like those moments of you know, the way that Ken was surprised on stage, you know, and them singing with their parents. I can now have that image in my head as I listen to it, and as I listen to the lyrics and, you know, read the lyrics and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this particular video. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, remember, it costs nothing to be kind. So go be nice to someone. Go smile at someone. And yeah, have a great day. Bye everyone. Bye.